However, King Charles declined to intervene, saying, "Let it unfold. It has already begun." Camilla soon found herself isolated. Staff loyal to her and Charles gradually shifted their support to William and Catherine. Foreign ambassadors began reaching out to Kensington rather than Clarence House, and the media increasingly portrayed William's family as the modern monarchy. Meanwhile, Camilla's frustration intensified. The public favored a new royal family: William, Catherine, Charlotte, and George. While attention focused on Charlotte's rise and William's bold declaration, many overlooked Catherine's quiet influence. Known for her poise and composure, she had studied royal dynamics closely for years. Now, her carefully planned strategy was bearing fruit. Catherine had become more than a wife and mother. She was now a central figure shaping the monarchy's future. While Camilla sought to win public favor, Catherine had earned genuine admiration from the people. Her popularity was not manufactured. It stemmed from sincere moments, like visits to children's hospitals, shared laughter with worried youngsters, and nurturing interactions with her own children. This authenticity made her stand out. Catherine remained William's strongest supporter, deftly managing the palace turmoil following his announcement. When Camilla pushed for influence, Catherine chose to remain silent, allowing her actions and poise to speak for themselves. When asked about it, she said nothing. Her calmness spoke volumes. Yet behind closed doors, she was active and deeply involved. She and William reviewed public reactions and media coverage each night, carefully planning their next steps. Charles's loyal advisors began shifting their support toward William and Catherine, impressed by their clear vision. It is rumored that Catherine had commissioned public polls months earlier to gauge support for Charlotte's expanding role. The results revealed strong approval for this new direction in the monarchy. This is not about personal ambition. It is a well-considered plan for a lasting legacy. Catherine understands that the monarchy cannot survive by clinging to the past. It must evolve to remain relevant. In Princess Charlotte, she sees the future of the crown: compassion, leadership, intelligence, and quiet strength. Her influence stems from hard work and proven capability, not inherited privilege. Catherine's ambitions are not about seeking glory or control. They are about creating stability and continuity. For the monarchy, her children will help shape the future, not merely inherit it. Once underestimated because of her middle-class background, she has grown beyond a ceremonial role. She has become the true guardian of the monarchy's future, initiating tangible change within the palace. Following the dust settling from the recent announcements, the monarchy revealed a future clearer than ever. Prince William, Princess Catherine, Princess Charlotte, and Prince George stepped forward proudly, signaling to the world what lies ahead. Charlotte, calm and composed, quickly captured the public's attention. Her natural poise and striking resemblance to Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth were immediately evident. Her new responsibilities mark a significant transition from childhood to becoming an integral part of the crown's next chapter. While Charlotte took center stage, George remained quiet but observant, reflecting the measured calm of a future king. Even at a young age, his demeanor hinted at an emerging sense of leadership. This isn't just about royal duties. It's about a family dedicated to guiding the monarchy with honesty and humility. William and Catherine are quietly leading a new era for the royals. They embody influence and convey a strong message. The monarchy's future depends on public trust, emotional connection, and visible integrity, not merely titles or ancient bloodlines. While Camilla and Charles retain their positions, their influence has noticeably shifted. A generational change is unfolding, not only in the UK but also in the hearts of royal followers worldwide. Charlotte and George are beginning to embrace their future roles. One thing is certain: the crown is not merely surviving, it is being revitalized by those who will carry it forward. What does this mean for the monarchy's future? Will the new generation take the reins, or will the old guard maintain control? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on the royal family. Stay tuned, this story is just beginning. Prince George remains next in line after William. Yet Princess Charlotte's rising influence is reshaping the royal landscape. She is becoming a key figure in the monarchy's future. Her increased presence at public events has earned her praise for leadership qualities reminiscent of her grandmother, Princess Diana. Subscribe to stay updated on how this influence may shape the royal family's future. William's recent bold announcement, rather than one from King Charles, clearly signals that the monarchy's future is emerging. While the king remains the official head of state, he is gradually stepping back. William and Catherine are advancing with confidence and purpose, sparking public concern over the king's health and his ability to fulfill his duties after missing a major engagement. In the weeks leading up to this moment, palace insiders revealed that King Charles had become withdrawn, canceling public engagements due to exhaustion. Behind closed doors, a silent crisis was unfolding, reshaping plans and strategies within the royal family. Known for his careful nature and strict scheduling, King Charles became unsettled as his official responsibilities lessened. Initially, royal aides dismissed concerns, insisting the king was merely taking a break after a challenging first year. However, insiders suspected there was more to the story. Charles was struggling with his health and frustrated with his role within the family. Despite waiting decades for his reign, he felt overshadowed by his son, Prince William. William and Catherine received warm applause wherever they appeared, unlike Charles, who often seemed distant, particularly alongside Camilla, whose presence continued to provoke debate within the palace. Tensions rose as the king argued with senior advisors over how to manage William's growing public profile. Whispers from palace insiders suggested that Charles was contemplating a gradual transfer of responsibilities to William as part of a broader restructuring of the monarchy. Some sources claim this process began during Queen Elizabeth's final months, when she urged Charles to prepare for a smooth handover to William. However, Camilla strongly opposed any shift not centered on her and Charles. Both had faced numerous challenges before becoming king and queen, and Camilla was unwilling to relinquish influence to William and Catherine. Their growing prominence felt like a challenge to the established royal order, which she could not accept. Yet, despite her resistance, changes were underway that could not be stopped. Charles appeared powerless against the sweeping transformations within the monarchy. Returning from the public eye, he left a void that William filled with confidence and decisive leadership. Once a united front, the royal family now displayed clear divisions. High-profile events, such as the Queen's concert, highlighted that the balance of power had shifted decisively, with William, Catherine, and their children taking center stage. In a historic moment at Kensington Palace Gardens, the crowd expected a simple speech from Prince William and his family. Instead, William surprised everyone. He honored his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and spoke of her enduring legacy and unwavering commitment to duty. This was more than a tribute. It signaled a shift in power within the royal family. William inspired many with his heartfelt words about the future of the monarchy. He declared, "Our voice will ignite a new beginning, not by abandoning tradition, but by evolving it. The crown isn't a relic, it is a living promise of service, and that promise belongs to the future." This marked a turning point for the royal family. William then introduced his daughter, Princess Charlotte. He said, "Princess Charlotte will soon take on her first official duties. She will begin attending engagements with her mother, learning the true meaning of service, and helping to shape a new vision for our family and country." The audience was left stunned. People reacted immediately, captivated by the moment and the clarity of its message. Charlotte would not be a passive royal. She was being prepared for genuine responsibilities, potentially even rivaling her brother, George. Images of Charlotte standing proudly beside William circulated rapidly on social media, highlighting her modest smile and emerging role. This moment reflected William's intention to elevate his daughter's public presence and challenge traditional notions of royal power. Rather than keeping Charlotte in the background, he brought her forward. Catherine stood beside him, embodying grace and offering a reassuring touch to George, a reminder that the family remained united and moving ahead. As the public cheered and the media celebrated the royal family's modern vision, tensions simmered behind palace doors. Camilla, who perceived Charlotte's rise as a threat to her standing, felt her influence waning. She had spent years reshaping her image from a controversial figure to queen consort, enduring intense media scrutiny. Now, with Charlotte gaining attention, Camilla felt cornered by her past. In response, she called an urgent meeting with palace advisors to restore order and reaffirm the royal hierarchy. In a royal event that took everyone by surprise, Prince William stepped onto the stage. not merely alongside his family, but with a declaration that could redefine the monarchy forever. With a single, powerful statement, he introduced a future leader who astonished the palace and stunned the nation. As cameras clicked and jaws dropped, young Princess Charlotte made her first step into history. What does this daring move mean for King Charles, for Camilla, and for the very future of the crown? Stay with us as centuries of royal tradition collide with a new era of royal influence. The royal family has shared astonishing news that has captured everyone's attention. In a twist that nobody anticipated, they revealed a crucial update, a significant shift in the royal family's power dynamics. Let's explore this pivotal change and what it could signify for the monarchy's future. Do you have friends who follow the royal family? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. This moment was truly remarkable at Kensington Palace, where many celebrated writers are honored. With a gentle summer breeze, the royal surroundings seemed like just another charity gathering. Reporters and guests expected the familiar highlights: Princess Charlotte's smile, Prince George's wave, and photographs for the following days. Headlines. But what happened next was far from ordinary. Prince William, a commanding figure radiating resolve, took the stage, not with the usual scripted remarks, but with a fervor in his voice that was impossible to ignore. Princess Catherine, the epitome of poise and support, stood beside him, her hand resting reassuringly on Charlotte's back. Prince George, nearby, displayed a composure beyond his years. Then, Prince William delivered a revelation no one anticipated, a radical shift in the royal family's future. "We are opening a new chapter that honors our past while preparing for the future," he said, recalling Queen Elizabeth II and her hopes for the monarchy. With tears glistening in his eyes, he added, "My family will play a greater role in shaping our future, just as Her Majesty wished. My daughter, Princess Charlotte, will begin her official duties as a crown representative." A collective gasp rippled through the crowd as journalists hurriedly raised their phones to capture the historic moment. Even the palace officials seemed taken aback. This was a defining moment in royal history. Despite Princess Charlotte's young age, her confident step forward left a lasting impression. Her parents' unwavering presence signaled their readiness to prepare her for future responsibilities. King Charles III and Queen Camilla did not comment or appear, and their silence spoke volumes. It became evident that a shift was underway in the royal family's power dynamics. Whispers about the old guard losing influence had circulated for months. Changes in royal traditions and evolving public opinion began to reveal a new picture. The monarchy was no longer solely defined by Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. It was also about new voices shaping its future. Even though King Charles had only recently ascended the throne, he appeared burdened by the crown. In contrast, William and Catherine were swiftly winning public support. Polls showed they were the most trusted members of the royal family. Their appearances drew crowds and captured attention worldwide. With each event, William and Catherine demonstrated they were ready to lead, bringing fresh energy to the monarchy. They were committed to their roles and gradually moving away from outdated traditions. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, whispers from royal advisors hinted at potential shifts in the line of succession and the family's future direction. These murmurs were vague enough to be denied, yet detailed enough to spark interest. Subscribe to stay updated on these developments. Reports suggest that William has been quietly consulting senior Commonwealth officials. Unconfirmed sources indicate that Catherine has assumed unofficial advisory roles typically held by senior royals. There are even rumors that Princess Charlotte took part in media preparation meetings at a surprisingly young age, earlier than Prince George. While some dismissed these claims, palace insiders, particularly Camilla, watched closely to safeguard her position within the royal family. William faced criticism for missing an important meeting hosted by King Charles to visit a children's cancer unit in Manchester. This visit drew far more media attention than the King's event in London that day, seen by many as a subtle act of defiance. While not an outright rebellion, it heightened tensions around the line of succession.